YouTube, what's going on? Happy Friday to you guys. Hope all is well. This is Kai Louie here. Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy week trying to get videos and stuff uploaded. Um, I did Monday and it just didn't come out right, so I wanted to start all over. It's gonna be on the same topic that I was talking about that day. So, but I'm kind of hoping I can make it quick in one video. Um, I also tried doing it again on was it Wednesday. I went running around and then I tried uploading the same video Wednesday, but didn't happen because I was in the process of recording, and because I record on my phone where I should record on my computer, and I misplaced that somewhere. But a lady at the parking lot when I was at Walmart came up to me and needed some help to get in her car, and so I helped her out with that. And we got her in. She locked her keys inside the car, and we were able to get in. I had another person was helping, and he had the tools, and I was just kind of assisting, and we were able to get the door unlocked. So, but anyways, this would be vlog 42, and this would be on pretty much the same topic that I was talking about, how we really don't look at the little things in life, how we kind of just surpass it. We don't really think of it, like the people who are in our lives. Sometimes sometimes we take them for granted. Sometimes we don't show them the love that they deserve. Sometimes we're pretty selfish in wanting something more because we're not satisfied. And I actually did a earlier vlog called "Are We Ever Satisfied?" So it's going to tie into what we're talking about here. And if I can't remember what I talked about in that video, but I'm sure it's probably the same deal here. I'm just saying that we really got to be proud of what we have, because I mean this when I say that there are others out there that don't have any of this, that don't have a home, that don't have the proper clothing, that don't have resources, an income, and a job, and food, and all that. And we tend to complain about the things that we do have, but we want something better, and so, where is that thing? So, I have a list of a few things, and I've listed a few things already. I have a quote that I've come up with. I tend to come up with quotes more and more because when I say things like this, it really helps me put things in perspective. And so I share these quotes in hopes that maybe you guys can use it, as long as I get the credit. But these quotes really do mean something, and it does tie into what we're talking about. I have another quote, and then a Bible verse that I'd like to leave off on. I haven't done that in my previous videos for a while, so hopefully at the end of this video you guys can reflect on it. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would share my videos to your friends and your family, because they may be going through something and they may need a little extra encouragement, and that's what I'm trying to do. I don't have the greatest following, but I have 11 people that have been with me and hopefully watch my videos. If you guys can share my videos, that would be really cool. I just want to help. I want to be that extra voice for people who need it. Because when I was younger, I had my family around, and I would talk to them about things and stuff like that. But for a long time, I held a lot of stuff in, and I felt that I had to deal with things on my own, and it was not the best way of going at it. And at times right now, I still feel like I'm going at things alone. When really I got to look at the bigger picture that this life isn't about me, but still living it. You know what I mean? And still having to do things to provide for myself. And I don't really necessarily feel that I get seen in that way at times. I don't get noticed for the things that I do. That I'm kind of just here. You know what I mean? But anyways, I love my family, Melissa and her family. I know I hope they love me too. I mean, I try to do what I can to support them. You know, I and that's number two on this list. So I'm already started. But we really tend to take our loved ones for granted, where we don't show much appreciation for who they are and what they've done for us. And growing up in my family, my parents made sure that love was the basis of how we went day to day. Yeah, I mean, we'd had our bickerments and fights and stuff like that. When I was younger, or when me and my sister were younger, we would fight. I mean, we would go out, all out, and over time, you just learn to mature, or you try to, you know what I mean, and you learn to love, because at the end of the day, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again later on. This might be more than one video due to it being already kind of late, but we have one life to live, and we gotta live it the best way that we can. We gotta give it everything that we have. So, and life can be taken like that. So, you know what I mean? But anyways, number one. Okay, so I'm gonna start all over. It's a pretty short list. It's not too long, and I'll kind of go over a little bit. I'll give my 2 cents on it. But first, I'm gonna start off with my quote that I've come up with, and it really does make sense. And at the end of this, hopefully this quote will actually mean something to you. Maybe the light bulb in your head will be, oh, I totally get it. I totally get what he's trying to say. But, so this is my quote. The little things in life you may not consider to be big, they are actually huge. Live in the moment. Kai Louie. Alright, so, number one on the list is life. People tend to overlook and think that life really isn't that important, when it is. And I'm gonna go biblical here, guys. So if you don't like this, you can click off. Because I'm a Christian, and we're here to spread the word about God and who He is and what He's done, and He gave us life. He gave me life. He gave me a life to live. He wanted me to live out the rest of the mission that Jesus did over 2,000 years ago. And I get the complaints, though. People want their life better. They want all the money in the world. They want a better house. They want better cars. All that materialistic stuff. When they really don't look at what they have and aren't appreciative of what they already have. Life is a gift. Life was given to you out of love. And that's all God wants in return is love. I know there's times where and I've talked about it with my depression, that I almost gave up on my own life because I didn't see any way out of it. I didn't see it getting better, and it's very easy to lose that, lose sense of feeling, because life itself is not meant to be easy. It's not. And remember me talking about the outsider stuff recently, about how we have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death in order to get to where we're going, the destination. It's not always about the destination, it's about the journey and how you go at it. And life may knock you down, but as long as you get back up and you keep fighting, that's what matters. Number two, people tend to overlook. And I said this before, I started kind of putting it on, about our loved ones. We tend to not really show appreciation for who they are and what they've done. I always put my girlfriend and my family first. Well, I always put my parents, my mom, I call her every day. If not, well, I'll try to. That's just the way I was after my dad passed away. And, I was planning on moving out the year that my dad passed on. But I actually stayed longer because I wanted to make sure that my mom was okay before I went. And I know she was in the line of moving too, so, but it's still, after all that time, I wanted to make sure that she was okay. I wanted to take care of her. So, my love for her is just, just being there. My reaction to losing my dad was late, because we were all in shock. I just remember my dad always saying, take care of your mom, take care of your sister, do what you gotta do, be there for her, put her first, make sure she's taken care of, because you are the man of the house if I'm gone. And I would cook for her, I would clean for her, I drive her places, because I know she was under stress with that, because prior to that, a year before, she was in an accident, a vehicle accident, and so I wanted to make sure that she knew that she was taken care of, despite having to lose her other half. And I can't imagine that happening. And so, when I say I love you to my girlfriend, it's not just to say it. I mean it every time. Because, again, we only have one life to live. And I want to live every day that I have, and showing my appreciation for who she is and what she's done for me. I mean, she deals with me every day, and I may not be the best person. I try to be. As you can see, my dog would like to be the center of attention right now. She always does. But she's one of my favorites. Anyways, but we really do tend to push our loved ones to the side, because we tend to focus on what's going on around us, that we stop. We don't look to who's in front of us. Number 3. Would you stop? Okay. I'm going to have to continue, guys, number 3 in the next video. I do apologize. But this will be vlog 1 or part 1, and we will do part 2 in just a minute. Alright, guys. Kai Louie will be back.